Our headlines tonight. Anambra Police Command hands over 6 million naira cash rewards to police operatives and informants who aided the arrest of IGBOKA'S killers. More endorsements for ABGA National Chairman Oye as Old Awka Forum rallies around him for second term. Three years after flag off of Ogoni cleanup, hope beckons for Ogoni people as federal government says cleanup begins in a week's time. And on the foreign scene, China continues clampdown on social media sites with its latest victims being Wikipedia. A good evening to you and thanks for joining us. This is the evening news on ABS and I am Ifnaya Amafili. Governor Willie Obiano has paid cash reward of 6 million naira to police operatives and informants who aided the arrest of wanted suspects involved in the alleged murder of Chief Frank Anthony Iboka in Nimo and Mr. Ndubisi Mokolo in Onitsha. It will be recalled that following the brutal murder of Anthony Iboka in April, Governor Obiano had promised a cash reward of 5 million naira for information leading to the arrest of the perpetrators. According to a statement signed by Mr. Haruna Mohammed, Police Public Relations Officer, the governor has redeemed his pledge and paid cash sum of 5 million naira reward to police operatives and informants who aided the arrest of one of the suspects declared wanted. 1 million naira was also paid in respect of the notorious murder suspect, Ikechukwu Udensi, alias Ikanda, who was equally arrested by the police. The Commissioner of Police, Mustafa Dandaura, while presenting the cash rewards to the beneficiaries, thanked Governor Obiano for fulfilling his promise and restated the command's readiness to sustain its onslaught against crimes and criminality in the state. Governor Obiano's concerted efforts to improve power supply in Awka and environs, and indeed all parts of the state, is yielding positive results with the powering of the ABS injection substation. The idea for the injection substation became a reality when Governor Obiano provided a site for the actualization of the project, which bettered construction of the substation in ABS premises. Ngozi Obileri has details.
Confirming the completion of the ABS injection substation project, the head communications EEDC, Mr. Mekeze, said the substation was powered last Saturday and will ensure improved power supply for people around Ifitoka, Obuno, and their environs. Mr. Eze explained that with the 15 MVA transformer and another 7.5 MVA transformer newly installed and powered at IGBOKA'S substation, the company was assuring 18 hours power supply daily.
We are now ready. We are now positioned to push out energy to our customers according to our location. Remember, we do not generate electricity. So we get our allocation and we make sure that our customers in Awka are served.
On metering of the consumers, Mr. Eze said that the metering asset provider put in place by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, metering of the public will kick off anytime this month, urging those demanding for meters to be ready to obtain one, which will now cost them a little amount of money. He advised them to ensure that they pay their bills promptly to enable them import power from the Transmission Company of Nigeria, whose responsibility it is to generate power. Mr. Eze also called on the people to guard EEDC facilities within their locality to avoid vandalization of such facilities.
We want our customers to, in turn, appreciate or reciprocate this gesture by ensuring that they pay their bills, by ensuring that they protect the electrical installations within their space that is serving them.
In Awka, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
The Old Awka Forum has endorsed the national chairman of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, ABGA, Chief Victor Oye, for a second term in office, in solidarity for his achievements in the last 4 years. The Old Awka Forum, which comprised Awka North and South local government areas, made the endorsement at a rally it held in Awka in honor of Chief Oye. And our correspondent, Chukwuemeka Modelim, was there and now reports.
In a resolution endorsed by the forum, which was delivered by the Deputy Speaker of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Sir Harford Oseke, they expressed joy with the tenacity, courage, benevolence, and pragmatic leadership style of Dr. Oye, which has earned APGA greater glory, such that Nigerians now consider it to be a great party. The forum explained that it took the decision to enable Dr. Oye consolidate on the progress APGA has recorded so far under his leadership. The forum called on the national leader of APGA, Chief Dr. Willie Obiano, and all members of the National Executive Committee of the party to, as a matter of national importance, make favorable considerations and approval of the endorsement, among others. The motion for the endorsement of Chief Oye for a second term in office was moved by Chief Okechukwu Nwankwo and seconded by Barrister Ekemezie Obidigwe. In his speech, the convener of the ceremony, Dr. Nnamdi Okafor, who represents Awka South 1 constituency in the Anambra State House of Assembly, revealed that APGA prides itself today as the third largest political party in Nigeria because its national leadership performed exceedingly well in the last 4 years.
Not just because I am going for second term. He has performed very well and he has taken the party from 1 step to even 5 steps.
Speaking on the theme of the rally, managing the political development of APGA need for sustainability, a resource person, Chief Mrs. Ifeyunwa Obegolu, observed that APGA has witnessed democratic principles encouraged by a united National Working Committee in the past 4 years and commended the administrative skills of Dr. Oye.
After I have then managed their relationship, intra-relationship and extra-relationship, it is a great improvement on the part of the incumbent national chairman.
Responding, the national chairman of APGA, Chief Oye, who was filled with joy, emphasized that what guided APGA under his watch to the path of success in the last 4 years is because the party is run in truth, justice, fair play, and equity.
I agree with me that APGA as a political party has come to liberate our people, the humiliated, those who have nobody to speak for them. That is what APGA represents.
In an interview, the member representing Awka North constituency in the Anambra State House of Assembly, Chief Boniface Okonkwo, and his Ihiala counterpart, Mr. Chidi Udemmado, added that Chief Oye deserves a second term in office for taking APGA to greater heights. In Awka, it's been Chukwuemeka Modelim, ABS News.
The people of Agwata have been urged to promote economic growth and development through community service. The transition chairman, Agwata Council Area, Honorable Eche Ezibe, made the call at the local government secretariat, Ekulobia, on the occasion of Agwata Day celebration. And our correspondent, Valentine Mbadwaha, completes the story.
Speaking while presenting his address, Honorable Ezibe noted that community service makes positive impacts not just on the immediate beneficiaries, but to the entire state. Governor Willie Obiano, who was represented by the chairman, Local Government Service Commission, Dr. Peter Egente, applauded the council for the initiative, noting that such will encourage hard work and dedication, as according to him, it will also promote peace and unity, as well as sustaining the socio-economic, infrastructural, and human capital development going on in the state.
It's a thing that is getting popular, is going around the local government. And Agwata happens to be one of the local governments I'm really endeared to because they are doing very well. I mean the council.
It's very, very democratic here. The youth contributes the way they will. So the decisions are always collective.
Anambra in general.
Some of the recipients of award for their excellent public service, including the chairman, Local Government Service Commission, Dr. Peter Egenti, the Anambra State Commissioner for Housing, Engineer Emeka Ezenwanne, Air Vice Marshal Chukwuma Mojeku, retired, amongst others, assured of more commitment to the service of their people. The event, which attracted government functionaries, captains of industry, traditional rulers, president generals of all the communities in Agwata Council area, featured cultural displays, masquerade of all kinds, as well as cultural dances. From Ekulobia, in Agwata local government area, Valentine Mbadoga reporting for ABS News.
And moving over to the national scene, the federal government has announced that the cleanup of Ogoni land will start with the handing over of the polluted sites to contractors next Wednesday. It says the move will ensure effective commencement of the remediation process and insisted that the Ogoni cleanup was expected to be executed with the right specification within the time frame and budget. In his address in Abuja after a briefing to kick off the cleanup exercise, the Minister of Environment, Suleiman Hassan, said the government was expecting high performance from the contractors, as the work must be of good quality and durability. He said the contractors were qualified to carry out the remediation process after meeting the mandatory requirement of being registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission and the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency, amongst others. The minister faulted reports that the contractors were not suitable and stated that due process was followed in picking the contractors. And on our business decks, according to a report by the multinational financial giant FSDH, despite the growth in the savings and investment products in Nigeria, the country still records low savings and investments. The FSDH research stated in its monthly economic and financial markets for the month of May that the ratio of gross national savings to the gross domestic product in Nigeria was one of the lowest among some selected countries, including Kenya, South Africa, India, Malaysia, China, United Kingdoms, and USA. According to the report, low savings and investments also limited the ability of the country to create wealth and lift its people from poverty. The report stated that some of the identified reasons for low savings and investments in Nigeria were high unemployment, weak purchasing power, and inadequate knowledge of investment products that were available and how they worked for the benefits of investors.
This business news is brought to you courtesy of Ezebo Microfinance Bank Limited, formerly Umudioka Community Bank, Afigo Market, Umudioka. We bridge the gap.
And for news outside Nigeria, authorities in China have blocked Wikipedia, the online encyclopedia's owners have revealed. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and other social media sites have long been blocked in China. Individual Wikipedia articles about sensitive issues, such as 1989 pro-democracy protest in Tiananmen Square and Himalayan region of Tibet, have long been blocked in China. However, even while the main site is accessible, suspicion of a total block on Wikipedia surfaced in late April when some Chinese internet users took to social media to complain that the site was no longer accessible. Tests run by greatfire.org, an organization that tracks internet censorship in China, revealed that the site had not been accessible from within China since April 23rd. The Cyberspace Administration of China, which oversees China's internet censorship, did not respond immediately to a faxed request for comment. Since 2015, Wikipedia's Chinese language site was blocked by China's Great Firewall, which prevents internet users from accessing certain foreign websites. And moving over to sports, the Nigerian Police Football Club and Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps Football Club have qualified for the finals of the Security Challenge Cup after defeating their respective opponents, the Federal Road Safety Corps and Nigerian Immigration Service, in the semi-finals of the tournament. The Nigerian police battled it out with FRSC at Paul University, Oka, while the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps and NIS squared at the Government Technical College, Oka, where a good number of men of the agencies were on hand to cheer up their various teams. And our correspondent, Emmanuel Okonkwo, was there and now reports.
Police FC qualified for the final match after defeating their opponent, the FRSC FC, with 3-0, while Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps won the Nigeria Immigration Service with a penalty shootout after both teams played 1-1 draw in the first and second halves of the game. Speaking to the ABS shortly after the game, the coaches of the winning teams, Mr. Daniel Wires of the Police FC and Mr. Ejikemo Keke of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, said that they would train and equip their players with more tactics for the final match.
As I earlier told you, we played the whole commands in Nigeria. We defeated them. So as we're emerging into the finals, we're going to take a trophy for the Commissioner of Police and Anambra State Police Command. We're not taking on listen. Okay. It's just a word of advice. They play well, but they need to do more. By the time we'll get back to the drawing board on the finals, we're coming out with a different strategy to beat our opponent on the final day.
I played them very well. If you can see it from the team, I played them. But because of, I don't know why the referee are so biased. But even with the referee, we've carried the day because God is there. We already mapped out our training. We've known police very well. We played them in the preliminaries and we won them. We know what they are. We know how to play them. We know how to win them. So I am going on Saturday to go and carry the cup.
On his part, the team manager of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Mr. Dennis Ruben, while expressing the hope that his team will win the final game, called on the officials of the tournament to ensure professionalism and fairness throughout the game.
People that are playing the football here, they are civil defense officers to the core. We don't believe in bullying people because we have the capacity, we have the wherewithal to be able to keep our players in love. So we have been training them and we are keeping them on board. I want to assure you that we are going to give the police 3-0 because we know we have given them one before, we are going to give them 3-0 now. I am assuring you.
The final of the tournament, which will be played this Saturday, is expected to be tough as both teams brags to be ready for the onslaught. From the Paul University, Oka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
Remember that you can follow our news and programs on ABS from any part of the world simply by liking our Facebook page, which is ABS Radio Television, or subscribe to our YouTube channel at ABS at youtube.com/ABS Radio TV online. Follow us on our Twitter at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website, which is www.absradiotv.com. And before we end the news this evening, we'll go to our top stories. Anambra Police Command has handed over 6 million naira cash reward to police operatives and informants who aided the arrest of IGBOKA'S killers. More endorsement for APGA National Chairman Oye as Old Oka Forum rallies around him for second tenure. 3 years after flag-off of Ogoni cleanup, hope is beckoning for Ogoni people as the federal government has said cleanup is to begin in a week's time. And on the foreign scene, China has continued her clampdown on social media sites with its latest victim being Wikipedia. And with that, we'll come to the end of the news this evening. Thanks for being with us. I am Ifunanya Amafili. Good night.